Hello, everyone. Welcome to part two of my General Hospital coverage for this week. It's part two of three. The part one was the spoilers for the week of the 27th. Part two is a commentary for what went on this week. And part three is a video dedicated to Gregory's passing. And I rate how each person reacted from best to worst or from worst to best. I start with the worst and I end with the best, and then I do some honorable mentions. It went over really well on the live last night. So I'm like, we're gonna do this whole video and share it with everyone. So this is part two. As you can see from behind me are things that happened throughout this week. So we're gonna begin with Sunny, where you already know the drill. Please subscribe. Please like. It's free. It helps out a lot. And not only does it help me with YouTube, but it also encourages me to keep doing it. And if you want to go extra mile, go ahead and join the membership. See if you like it. But this is part two. I'm sure you've already seen part one. So basically, we're going to begin with Sunny because Sunny goes on, Sunny attacks Dex and it goes nowhere. They built up this hole for like weeks. Sunny stalking Dex. Sunny hates Dex. Sunny, what's Sunny gonna do to Dex? And then he finally loses his mind because he's being under medicated, and he beats Dex. Christina finds him, and she's in a bathroom crying and telling him to get away from her. And Dex's face is all messed up, and Jocelyn's taking him to the hospital, and Sonny's like, everybody's against me. And then it was for nothing because let me find it. It's for nothing because Christina, Michael, Jocelyn, and Anna all get together to convince Dex throughout the week, don't get Sonny arrested. Don't charge Sonny with it. And I'm like, what is going on? You've got a file that you kept to the side on Sonny beating up Cyrus Renault. And you're like, we're going to use it later. Cyrus is on the ready. He's like, he's ready to testify. Sonny did it. And then Sonny crosses the line, messes up Dex's face real bad, and is probably going to go after him again from what we saw in the spoilers because he still ain't got his medication right. So, what was the point? If was it just for shock effect because his May sweeps? This was so crazy because I just knew when Dex went to Anna that Anna would take one look at his face and go, "Oh, we got to file a report. This is uncalled for." Anna promised Dex that she would protect him. Becoming a cop would protect him. And then she sees this face right here, gives him some water, and is like, I understand. He's like, am I a bad cop if I don't turn Sonny in? Yes, yes, you're a bad cop. You're already making decisions that are compromised, and you should not get a badge. No, no, you are certainly a bad cop. If if Dante, the son, is putting his foot down, like, he almost gave his badge up. He was like, look, I can't be a cop anymore because I don't want to have to protect my father or have to make those choices. Anna convinced him not to stop being a cop. But this is how Anna was looking at Dex. You you got their face, and this is your boss looking at you like, so you gonna snitch? You gonna snitch on Sonny? I understand if you don't, but Yeah, it probably wouldn't be a good idea. He would probably just get off anyway and be madder. What's the point of Dex becoming a cop if it doesn't protect him? And the police commissioner isn't protecting you either because she's like, don't snitch. What was the point of her and Laura turning on Sonny and saying, they're not going to help him anymore? It's like, what are the writers doing? This does not make sense. And speaking of Sonny and Dante and the continued downfall, Sonny, you know, is painful to watch. Both actors are great. I know they did a great job, but in the middle of it, I just had to fast forward because I'm so tired of seeing everyone take a dump on Sonny. One of the reasons why I was so happy that the writers changed was because I was tired of storylines dragging for 1 and 2 years. And here we are, Drag City. And so while they both did a great job, I did watch the end of it. I thought it was well played that Sonny didn't say anything as he walked out the door. Um, Both emotional conflicts were good. The only thing was missing was like Sam comforting Dante. I would have liked to have seen that to build on their relationship. Um, and then we have another situation that I just don't understand. Ava. I don't understand Ava. I don't understand Ava. Ava finds out that Sonny has gotten feels like Dante's betrayed him too, and Christina's gone. And Ava's like, ooh, now you only have me. There's also Natalia, but she's still playing this game of manipulation, knowing he's under medicated. And as a fan of Ava's, the fallout that will come from the fact that she knew this whole time that he was under medicated, it makes everything he's doing also her fault, not just Valentine's. And I respect the character and want more for the character, but I want more for the character other than her being a pariah. Now, the only good moment I think that was had with Sonny was Sonny and Carly with Jason listening. She did kind of sort of get through to Sonny a little bit. And how can you not look at this man and know that he's not spiraling and something's wrong with his medication? She's seen it before. But what I want to give props to in this particular moment is Jason, because Steve Burton, even though he didn't talk, all of the emotions he showed on his face, I thought that was pitch perfect. He did a great job of conveying without saying anything that his heart was breaking for Sonny. Now we're going to move on to another disappointment. So, the lack of chemistry between Lane Davies uh, and character Fergus Byrne and Alexis was heartbreaking because I used to watch them on Santa Barbara. They were great love interests as Julia Wainwright and Mason Capwell. He was one of my favorite actors, but I felt like he really didn't know what he was doing. There was I don't know how to really, well, without insulting the actor, I feel like maybe some other things was going on that made this performance sort of be thrown off, or maybe he just didn't care about the performance. But and they may do a better job on Tuesday. Um, but we may see some chemistry there. But I was so looking forward to him coming on the show, and this was a major disappointment when he finally did. Um, it was good to see Alexis in attorney mode. Nancy plays these scenes so well. She speaks so eloquently that I can't wait for her to get her law license back. There's so many things that she can be litigating, especially when Sonny's eventually going to need her, especially. And that's the other thing about Sonny. Everything he does, he's got to get it out of jail free card because his medicine's been tampered with. He was not in his right mind when he did anything. Hidden decks, hidden sovereigns, none of that. Get out of free jail, Sonny. So to me, his downward spiral was taking too long because we know nothing's really going to happen because he's not on his medication and it's not his fault. But I can't wait for possibly Alexis and Molly to go head to head in court over Sonny. There's so many great cases that uh, Diane typically sort of comes in, but I feel like we do need Alexis as a lawyer doing what she do. And this next thing over here that annoyed me, pissed me off, made me madder than fish grease. Boom, this right here. When they said they would give their decision in 30 days, I almost fell out my chair. Let me tell you. Waiting 30 days for a decision is crazy after dragging it out for almost 6 weeks for getting a hearing. And now we got to wait a whole month for a decision. And the crazy part about it is there's no tension in the storyline because we know Alexa's going to be a lawyer again. So, other than her confronting Ava about her making a complaint, which Ava had the right to do, um, why we gotta wait 30 days? Why shouldn't May sweeps end with her getting her license? And here's the crazy part. If I'm wrong, if this is just all for nothing, what is the point of Alexis going through all of these hearings and worrying and practicing and just weeks and weeks and weeks of her preparing and not sure if she should try to get her license back and then her trying to get her license back if something crazy happens like she doesn't get her license back, what was the point? What was the point of any of this? Why would they waste our time like that? It's stupid. So I'm gonna go with the side of reason that she will get her law license back just in time for July sweeps, and where she'll probably have to go to court against maybe Molly. They hinted at it when TJ told Molly that if her and her mother went against each other in court, he knows Molly would win, but we know Alexis would win. So I think that's what they're leading to. We also had this moment here, which and yeah, Geo moved into the Quartermain mansion. Okay, next. Now Geo meeting Trina or Geo and Joss, making goo goo eyes at each other, hanging out at Bobby's or something. I'll tune in for that. But this little scene right here, I didn't really care for, even though it was necessary to move the storyline along to whatever's going to happen next. Now, here is another head scratching moment. Why would Anna tell Carly that Brennan's in the hospital? Carly still thought he was in jail. Why would she give Carly that kind of information knowing that Carly's going to make a beeline to the hospital because Carly's Carly? So unless she has a bug in that room and they're going to have a scene of her listening to see what Carly says to Brennan. Um, Once again, we find ourselves in a situation of what's the point? Why would Anna help Carly to know where Brennan's at so that she can mess that case up more than she's already done? Because if you remember, Jason and Anna had a conversation. Jason said, I can't tell Carly not to see Brennan because she thinks she's helping me and it's going to make her want to help me even more. So Anna, you have to do it. And so when Anna does it, what happens? She sends Carly right to Britain. So when I say the writing don't make no sense, the writing doesn't make any sense. As a writer myself and someone who does commentary and tries to like string these plots together to try to figure out where the writers are going with it, it almost like they're just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. At first, I was upset that Patrick, was no longer one of the new writers, especially since I like Santa Barbara and he was the head writer of Santa Barbara. Seeing what's happening now, I can understand why General Hospital viewers on social media were happy that he left and they were like, take Elizabeth with them and get two new writers and don't let Chris Van Eaton become a head writer again because this is trash. You know, I still love the show. I love the actors. I do like most of the storylines, but the execution is what I'm not enjoying. So now I'm going to turn it over to you because next is part three, where we talk about Gregory's passing and the reactions of each character that meant something to Gregory. And I rate them from the worst reactions to the best reactions. And then I do a few WTF honorable mention moments. And y'all know what I'm talking about. what what were they thinking with Elizabeth? Once again, storylines that don't make sense. But we're going to talk about that in the third video, which is part three of my three releases for General Hospital this week. And I will see you in the next video.